Hey guys, welcome to Denny's. Today we're going to be taking an in-depth look at the changes to the reactor system, specifically going over the reactor implant system or implant reactor system. In this video, we're going to kind of just see what you can do, see what you can't do, go over the ins and outs, see what the best way to farm the materials you need to upgrade is. Definitely leave a like if it helped you out, comment any feedback you got from me, and subscribe if you feel that I've earned it. But let's jump in. Let's go right into it. Also, we're doing this live on Twitch, so don't forget to go follow me there. Link is in the description below. So first up, I want to talk about the ammo types. So everybody was thinking that, it's going to be stuck to one ammo type, and that's that. So for example, I've got this Tingling Singularity reactor here with a general rounds ammo type. Excava was the one that it came with. You can see we already added a Thunder Cage. However, I'm going to hover over this one real quick. As you can see, guys, that's an executor mounting optimization condition. We're going to click on that. Guys, the only reason I can't implant is because I need 5 precise ion accelerators. But the point I'm trying to make here is you can implant any weapon type onto your reactor. So if you want a general rounds and a impact and a heavy, you can do that. If you want a special rounds, impact, and a heavy, you can do that. If you want a general rounds, special, and impact, you get what I'm trying to say here. You can implant any ammo type onto the reactor, which means my initial sentiment when I created the weekly loot cave about 4 or 5 weeks ago, however long it was, where I was saying this is probably going to be what they do, was correct. I hate assuming either way. I wasn't right of me to assume. However, to the people that, threw it up for debate, I do appreciate it. You changed my mind. I really did not think they were going to do this. This is impressive. That's all I can say. This changes reactors completely. So as far as the ammo type and mounting, this completely changes reactors and how we obtain them. Obviously, the goal for reactor farming is now going to be to farm a reactor type, archetype. So, for example, Tingling Singularity is a electric and singular, and get the rolls you want without even worrying about the mounted or optimization condition at all, in the slightest, because it doesn't matter if you're farming a mission week where, for example, let's show an example real quick, where if we go to, White Knight Gulch Moongrave Basin, we've got a really good fight. Okay, that's not a good example. Let's look at, I think there's another one here this week for, okay, let's look at Frozen Valley. Okay, non-attribute and dimension. Guys, moral of the story for the way that we farm reactors moving forward, you are completely disregarding this middle section here. This now does not matter. I mean, it matters a little bit. Obviously, if you want to have a perfectly 3 out of 3 rolled reactor for optimization conditions, yeah, go for it. But in reality, having 2 is amazing. The first one being locked, the second and the third being totally swappable. What we're doing is we're farming this reactor completely forgetting about this, and we're going for non-attribute and dimension. For example, with Glay, if we go back to the implant system here, I've got one for Glay that is a Python mounted with skill cooldown and Colossus. As you can see, I have a blue roll. It's terrible, right? I mean, nobody likes a blue roll. Purple Colossus. And if you go over to this one, this is gold of the same roll, except for it's Excava and not Python. So if I click on this one and I throw the Python that I want in that one, which I can't, but I will be doing this soon, this doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you're farming. This is perfect. You could say that for the, I have probably, Final Masterpiece. I've got a Divine Punishment. Got a Frost Watcher. Look, I've got a Frost Watcher mounted one, right? Non skill cooldown, non-attribute skill power boost. So I can throw Frost Watcher onto this, which I don't want to do, obviously. But what you can do with this is so much more. There's so many more combinations, and it's so much easier to farm. I don't want to go on a tangent for too long because I can ramble. But moral of the story is much easier to farm. Now I wanted to kind of stop here and let's discuss how we're getting obviously the materials to do this, right? Everybody's going to say, yeah, this is pretty expensive. If we click here, 200 purples and 2,000 blues. I want to quickly step over to Ana East really quickly, and this is going to be the portion of the video where I kind of go over how you're going to get these, and a lot of you probably already know, but we're cooking some right now, as you can see. You know what? We can see here what they cost. Usually you can see what they cost to make. I'm going to show you guys because mine are already cooking. It's the nano compound and the quantum crystal, okay? And how do you get the nano compound and the quantum crystal? Well, if you see here, it's from completing stuff, and specifically the Void Fragment missions give you a ton. If you hover over them, you get 750 for every completion. But we're more interested in the gameplay loop of reactor farming, right? So this new updated gameplay loop for reactor farming is so much more enjoying and satisfying, knowing that you're working towards a goal by the loop is as follows, right? You're farming the reactor that you want. If you don't get the reactor you want, you're dismantling it and you're earning the material that you need to craft the material that will craft you, again, the ion accelerators, these will craft you the mats you need to pick the optimization conditions. So the gameplay loop is basically farm reactors, research materials. By the time you get enough research materials, you're going to have guaranteed a reactor that you want, but it probably won't have the weapon optimization condition because that's outrageously RNG. You're going to be able to spend those materials here, picking whatever you want. And as you can see, if I put a Fallen Hope here, it will work. It's just that I don't have enough of these, but it absolutely will work. And you can mount whatever you want, whatever ammo type you want. It makes the system, it just makes farming so much better. And reactors are now no longer something that we will spend, 20 to honestly upwards of 100 hours looking for a reactor that we want. It's probably going to be a couple hours, guys. And that's not a joke. The reactor farming, the weekly loot cave videos are now going to prioritize farms like Valby Farms, Converter Facility, Frozen Valley, Defense Line. You've got some in Sterile Lands. You've got, Repository. You've got Rockfall as a really good mission. These farms that drop, these, Vermilion Waste, Mirage Stone, these farms this doesn't matter now. The mounted doesn't matter now. You're going for as many reactors as you can get to get the role you want and to get the weapon you need. And it doesn't even matter. The weapon that you implant, the weapon that you steal, the reactor that has the weapon that you want, it doesn't even have to be the same. So if we take a Tingling Singularity reactor and and let's say we want the Executor, it doesn't have to be another Tingling reactor. It can be any ultimate reactor. This is a fire. This is electric. Literally doesn't matter. If we want Executor, boom, we've got it right there. Easy peasy. That's the system. I don't want to go on for too long. More or less, it's very simple, but I wanted to go in depth and kind of talk about what the loop is going to look like and what everything looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed. We did this live on Twitch. Don't forget. You can check me out in the description below. Like the video if it helped you out in any way, and then comment any feedback you've got for me. Kind of like a live video format that I'm doing here. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys in the first Descendant. But peace out. Goodbye.